Hi, everybody. This is Gemini for July of 2020. Um, and I drew a card for the month first, as I always do. And we drew fertility from the psychic deck. And pretty much that is saying that you're the creator of your own life. You know that the energy that you put into something is what you're going to get back. Pretty much you're saying, what do I want to create right now? And you're going out and you're doing it. You're creating the life that you want. Now, as far as the astrology, we have at the end of June, Pluto conjunct Jupiter for you in the 8th house. So you're pretty much stripping away layers, of things that have to do, that are going to lead to your transformation. It has to do with death, taxes, your finances, and becoming the person that you want to be, that have always longed to be. And then you have Uranus also in Taurus in the 12th house, sextiling the sun in Cancer in the 2nd house. And you're going to overcome those emotions that you're feeling about your finance. It says, yes, you're going through this by yourself. You're just thinking about this in your psyche and how you can change it. And it's going to be okay, because come the 1st, we have Saturn in the 8th house, retrograding back into Capricorn. And you're going to have to realize your limitations there. You have got to stay focused on the bigger picture. There's always going to be limitations to our finances. Other people are always going to put limits on to what, they can accomplish. And that might be holding you back, because again, the 8th house rules other people and how they relate to your finances and your taxes and all of that. And they have a big part right now to play in your transformation. Then on the 4th or the 5th, we have the lunar eclipse. And that is the moon in Capricorn in the 8th house. And that'll oppose the sun in Cancer in the 2nd house. Now, yes, there's an ending happening, and it's emotional. And it does have to do with either your ethics, your morals, or your finances. And, it has to do with that moon in the 8th house. This is how other people are reacting emotionally to you, because of your finances, because of the way that you do things. They're just not seeing eye to eye. And it's somebody who can be very by the book. They want everything done by the book. And you just want to have that abundance, to have that fertility. And it will come, okay? But again, this is something you're going to have to overcome with that other person who has something to do with your finances. Now, in the following week, July 6th to the 12th, okay, on the 8th, we have got Mercury in Cancer in the second house, squaring Mars in Aries in the 11th house. And yes, other people are opposing what you want with your dreams, and they're, telling you emotionally about it, and it's causing major friction in the groups that you belong to, because you have these dreams that you want to accomplish, but everybody's getting emotional within that group because they want their way. They, want to do things their way. And that causes anger. And you're going to have to figure out how to overcome it in that group that you belong to, because this is your goal. This is your dream. And then on the 12th, we've got Mercury going direct in Cancer in the second house. So now you're going to be able to have that voice, and you're not going to be stumbling over what you're saying, because you know which direction you want to go. You know what you want to do. And, it has to do with your ethics, your morals, what you want in your house of finance. It's up to you. You're the creator of it. You get to decide. This is your baby. Okay? Then on the 12th, we've got the Sun in Cancer in the second house, and that's trining Neptune in the 10th house. So you're seeing now where there was illusions in what you were known for. This is your finances, and you have to overcome that illusion and take control of it. You know what to do. You just have to believe in yourself and go within, and listen to your psyche about what you need to do, because you're gaining your power back. It's just that you need to have your ego's focused on your finances, and you are emotional about this, because you know that the only way to succeed is that you've got to stay focused on your finances, and you have to be emotional about it, because this is what you're known for. Now, the following week, the 13th through the 19th, okay, we have on the 14th, the Sun in Cancer in the second house, opposing Jupiter in Capricorn in the 8th house. Okay, so you're pretty much being emotional and opposing what others want to do about this situation. This is, your scars, your finances. You're opposed to it, and you're going to have to figure out how to deal with all of this, because again, these are your ethics, your morals, and while others may be opposed to it, it also helps you to have others are involved in your finances. So you want to make sure that you can get everybody on the same page there. You don't want the scars no more, but you do want everybody on the same page financially. And they just, other people just aren't seeing things as you see them. And on the 15th, again, you have the Sun in, emotional Cancer in your second house, opposing Pluto now in Capricorn in your 8th house. And you've got to strip away the layers there that are scarring anything in order to get those finances back up to par. You can't keep doing things the same way. In doing things the same way, it's just creating the same result. And the only one that can change that is you. And it's going to have to be your behavior that changes what's going on in your life. Because nobody else is going to change it for you. You're going to have to change it for you. And it's going to have to be through your behavior. Then the last week, pretty much in July, the 20th through the 26th. On the 20th, you've got the Sun in Cancer in the second, opposing Saturn in Capricorn in the 8th again. And you're pretty much, your finances are opposing the rules that are put in place by the structures that be, by the powers to be. You know, you have got to figure out a way to change who you are and change your morals about a situation and your ethics in order to get to the outcome you want financially, because other people are involved here. And you're going to have to be on the same page in order for it to grow and to prosper. You know, a lot of things have happened, and you just got to get that structure on a solid foundation again. Then on the 22nd, you will be happy because the Sun's going to move into Leo in your 3rd house, and you're going to be a lot more lighthearted about communications. You're going to be a lot more playful. You're also going to want to get out in your local neighborhood a little bit more, and maybe hang out with some cousins and, you know, the people that you don't see all the time, but, you know, you like to be around. Then on the 22nd also, you're going to have Mercury in Cancer in the 2nd house, and that's going to sextile Uranus in Taurus in the 12th house. And there's going to be a change psychologically within you that wants to change these behaviors, that wants to change your ethics about money and how you deal with the money that you make. I mean, you know, Uranus in your 12th house is all in the mind, and you know that the only one that can change those patterns of behavior are you. And you know they have to be changed to get where you want to get financially, because you want to earn more. That's up to you and how you know, perceive what's going on in your world. Then on the 27th, that's sort of like a combination last week, first week there in August. You know, but on the 27th, we have Jupiter in Capricorn in the 8th house, sextiling Neptune in the 10th house. And that's pretty much saying that you are real good at painting an illusion. You're real good at, you know, owning your own power. You know, but you have to, again, other people are involved in this, and you know how your power is perceived, and you're going to have to get real grounded and strip away, you know, those patterns that you're holding on to in order to not have these illusions that other people see you with. You know who you are, but they have a whole different perception of who you are. And that's basically, it's time to cut that illusion away and be who you truly are. You know, because on the 27th, you know, you have Venus in Gemini in your first house. And that's squaring that Neptune in Pisces. Okay? And back again, that, you know, Venus is in your first house of self, of who you are. And, you know, there's two sides to you. There is the side that others are seeing of you, and then there's the side of who you really are. And, you know, you have to let down that guard and stop painting an illusion of who you are not. You are the one that owns your power. You are the one who is going to create the life that you want, and you have to let go of the illusions and be true to who you are. And again, on the 27th, you have Mercury in Cancer in the second house, squaring Mars in the 11th house. And other people are opposed, okay, to what you're saying, to what you're communicating about your work, about your ethics, about your morals. You know, people aren't taking very well to what you're actually saying, because, you know, you're being aggressive with it, and you're being self-serving. So, you know, they're looking at it as, you know, okay, you're communicating emotionally with them, and so they're going to start taking it defensive there on the 27th, you know. And yes, while you'll overcome all of this, you know, you have to think of how you're talking to people. You have to think of how people are perceiving you, okay? Because again, we're going to go back to fertility. You are responsible for what you put out into the world. You are responsible for your energy. You're responsible for what you create in this world, and you know that more than most people. So are you using that energy this month to create a world that you want, and that other people will be happy to live in? Or are you creating a world where you're gaining and nobody else is going to gain from that? You know, you have to look at this energy that you're putting out there, because if you're not helping others to gain what they need in the process, then you're not going to get to where you need to go. So that's all I have to say for the month of July. I love y'all. I'll see you next month. And hopefully with each video, they'll get better and we'll get the likes. So have a great day, and I love y'all. Bye.